Hello everyone, this is Eflex and welcome back to another A Producer's Approach video. In this video we're going to be looking at OBLYVN's song I Need You, and this is a live performance, so this is going to be much like the Temanite video. So if you guys have not watched my channel before, I break these videos into three different sections. First I have an intro backstory section, after that I have a breakdown analysis section, and lastly I have an outro section to just kind of sum up and wrap up my opinions and thoughts. So this is OBLYVN's song I Need You. This song came out in 2020 in March. I actually didn't discover the song until recently now, so it's like January 2022. So almost 2 years later, which is kind of crazy how fast the last couple years have gone. But I just discovered this song recently with me being into OBLYVN's music at the moment, listening to her newest EP, and I didn't realize that she did a performance video for this song, because I just found the song recently and then I found the performance video after. I'm like, oh shoot, okay. And this song is really good. I kind of wish I discovered OBLYVN before she appeared on Monster Cat, because this is the music I actually been looking for quite a while, but I was not able to find it, and maybe I just didn't look hard enough in the music side of things. But normally I'm a little more aware of certain artists like OBLYVN. If like their style is like really out there, I stumble upon them. I'm kind of surprised it took this long until OBLYVN joined Monster Cat for me to find her music, but I'm really glad I found it now. So this song's really good. It's really similar to the Temanite kind of live performance video, but the style is totally different, and you'll see listening to the song. So enjoy the video and let's get into OBLYVN's song I Need You. Alright, so that's the intro section. It's really cool. You kind of hear her play the piano or the keyboard in the beginning, and the vocals kind of start fading up, so everything kind of sounds like it's filtered through some type of volume automation, like the kind of pluck chords on the bottom and the vocal chops, and then that kind of kind of bass line sound is kind of playing there, kind of slowly being introduced, which is really cool. And you can see in the live video the different angle shots, much like Haywire's videos and his live performance videos with different angle shots, so you kind of have a general sense of what's going on. So let's keep going. Alright, so that's pretty much the build up to this part of the song. There was like a drum roll transition, and then she kind of played this kind of super saws, and then there was kind of some claps kind of playing, and then a little bit of white noise, but there wasn't like super crazy like filtering or anything to like filter out the sound. It just kind of transitioned, I think, pretty naturally. So let's get into the kind of main drop of the song. Alright, so just on that first part of the drop, I really like that first part of the drop. It's really minimal, which I do like minimal drops. And it really kind of emphasized kind of that pluck sound playing along with the chords. The percussive beat or the rhythm is really intricate. It sounds like a more kind of like chill trap beat, but it's a little bit more intricate. There's a lot more hats. There's a lot. The kick's a little bit more present and involved. It's playing a little bit more with a more organic type kind of snare clap type sound. Sounds a little bit more like a snare or something like that, but it just sounds really intricate. The flows really well, and the vocal chops are like really catchy, at least to me in this part. So the overall kind of minimalistic feel of kind of the pluck, kind of muted plucks, almost like with the vocal chop, and then the kind of really intricate percussion rhythm is really good. So let's keep going. All right, yeah, that kind of second part of the drop was pretty much what makes Oblivion's music kind of Oblivion's music. That like that lead solo is really good, and then like the kind of super saws, kind of fluttering super saws are really good playing along, and then the vocal chops there. That whole section's really good. Really kind of showcases why Oblivion is such a good artist, in that sense of just the style of her music is really present with the, you know, the lead playing with the super saws, and everything's pretty balanced in terms of sound design and just sounds in general there, along with the percussion. So it's really nice. And then after that kind of more melodic lead section, transitions more into that kind of minimalistic almost type drop, and then you kind of hear the percussion playing, and then you kind of hear the plucks playing with the sub bass playing, and the vocal kind of chop comes back. And then yeah, I think there was something maybe added a little bit to the percussion. Couldn't put my finger around it or wrap my finger around it, but it feels like there was something a little bit added to the percussion. But now after that kind of section with the percussion, it switches back to the super saw. So let's get back into it. All right, so one thing kind of noticing off this build up and drop is the super saws played, and then like there was more of a filtering with the vocal kind of leading into the drop, as well as the synths as well, with some white noise coming in. And then there's kind of like an off drop here with the synths kind of playing, and then the sounds kind of suddenly kind of coming back in, so the drop kind of continues. So to me, I call that like an off drop, but or it could almost be viewed as like a delayed drop in a sense, with this the synths kind of playing as like a breath of air. But I just wanted to point out that the vocals are also pretty glitched, so I'll go over that a little bit more later. so we'll back up kind of into that second drop. So when the drop does come in, it's like a varied lead solo section. The chord progression is a little bit different, or a little bit varied from the previous drop, and then she kind of plays her own kind of lead solo, which is really cool, with the kind of saw waves kind of fluttering as well on the bottom, which is a really nice pairing between the two. And then there's more of the traditional kind of, it's not like the percussion is not as fast, it feels a little bit slower in a sense, kind of to kind of accentuate more of the sound than the percussive rhythm, to maybe emphasize and maybe slow it down a little bit, or it feels a little slower, just to, you know, kind of emphasize that feeling of that kind of chord progression and lead playing. So after, you know, that section with the percussion playing, which doesn't really change from the first drop, and then that new kind of synth solo lead and the chord progression eventually kind of fades out, and then kind of transitions into the second part of the first drop, which is pretty similar with that same chord progression and same lead sound playing. The vocal chops kind of in the background are a little more frequent, and I think glitch, and then kind of some of them sounds like they're tuned a little different at the end, but I kind of like how she kind of added certain licks kind of at the end of each phrases along with the "I need you" vocal. A lick is kind of just like a small kind of like a phrase, like a couple notes, like da-da-da, like kind of like a fast kind of thing like that. I've heard that kind of used in music terminology before, so felt like it applied here. So basically, you know, she would kind of fill in the gaps, and also kind of what I alluded to in other videos, like where she started playing the lead sound before the second drop. She like played a few notes before the lead actually started, so you kind of subconsciously kind of don't kind of start on the main note. You kind of have like a transition, almost like, so she went like da 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 instead of da. So just starting on the root note, she kind of played either 2 or 3 notes before, just to kind of transition, so it was smoother all the way through, just playing throughout the song. But overall, this song is really good. If I had found this song sooner, I'm pretty sure I would have subscribed to OBLYVN a long time ago, but glad I found it now that I know her music off Monster Cat as well. The style of this song is really good. I like the minimal drop versus the more melodic drop with the heavy kind of saw waves, fluttering saw waves. I really like the vocal chops in the song. They're very apparent. And just like the overall structure of the song is really cool. It really fits like the live performance aspect. And when you kind of see the live performance video, a lot of things make a little more sense, like when she's playing like the lead and how like it works. So I don't know, I really enjoy watching live performance videos. So I'm glad that artists like Temanite, OBLYVN, Haywire, and my buddy even Infinity Chamber is starting to do that, but we'll get to that another day. But I'm glad artists like that are starting to, you know, implement these kind of live performance videos with their music. But yeah, overall, this is kind of a shorter song from OBLYVN, but it's a really solid song that, you know, was before the Monster Cat days. But the kind of minimalistic off drop actually is what I remember the most, and kind of like my favorite part of the song, versus, you know, the kind of synth heavy lead and you know, chord progression with the saw waves, which isn't bad. It's just when I kind of hear the kind of minimalistic pluck with the vocal chop, that's kind of what I remember in my head. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, like the video, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, I'm sorry. I guess you don't need to subscribe then if you don't want to, because you don't like the video. Or you could hit the dislike button. I mean, that I don't mind. I don't know if you can see the number of the dislike button anymore. It just says dislike, which kind of I don't like that much, but it's what YouTube has done. So anyways, I'm rambling. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next A Producer's Approach video. All right, have a good one. Peace.